Our MC for today's morning plenary is Mr. Rajan Navani. He is Indiaspora's board member residing in Pune and one of the OGs, as MR called him, and a stalwart friend, supporter, and guide for the organization. Please welcome him.
A very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second day of the inaugural, as she rightly mentioned, Forum for Good at Indiaspora. You know, we have with us today a very distinguished set of people you're going to hear in this opening plenary. But you know, the subject of the plenary was, what will India do? And you know, the tagline that came up was, America innovates, China replicates, Europe regulates. And I was trying to think, if I had to define India in some way, I thought India collaborates. And I don't think there could have been a better opportunity and a better way to define this August gathering here, which has come from 30-odd countries to collaborate on a theme, which is a forum for good, and create new models for the world. I think it's that spirit of India, Indianness that resides in the diaspora everywhere, that is so reflective of what we are having and discussing here today. So again, a very warm welcome to all of you. And you know, as MR mentioned yesterday, you know, the entire discussion around Indiaspora that started 12 years ago, I still remember that time in his home, thinking of the relevance of the diaspora, you know, for the United States initially, then the journey from the diaspora engaging with India, today having a global diaspora that has, you know, come together to discuss issues that will matter, at least in this plenary, for India, is a huge journey. And congrats, MR, and you know, I want to acknowledge our board, Arun and Priya, who are here, and Sanjeev and the whole Indiaspora team for some great work that you've done to put this all together. You know, when you think of collaboration and we are talking of what India will do, it's coming at a time that is very tricky, right? We are seeing there's so much happening in the world, there's so much uncertainty. There is a change in the roles that countries are playing, you know, from the West when it comes to, you know, seeing how you can create a new global world order. And I think that's where India's opportunity really comes up. And while there is a whole debate, you know, of the two superpowers, India and China, I always like to say India will be a super partner to the world. And I think it goes with the theme of collaboration. And the way one can partner with the world to see a better world is probably what will get India to achieve its true position in the global world order. And you know, our Honorable Prime Minister likes to call this the, you know, golden age of India, the Amrit Kal. And I was just trying to put something around the acronyms Amrit, since many people have done that since yesterday. You know, I think if we look at A being, how do we achieve, you know, our true position in the global world order? You know, for that, really, we have to maximize, I think, our inclusive economic progress around manufacturing, services, agriculture. We have to revitalize, I think, our, you know, soft power, whether it's in sports, whether it's in arts and culture, whether it's in tourism. We need to be able to innovate to really stay ahead of the curve, whether it's in climate change. And today, sustainable technologies, again, you know, at the world which is suddenly starting to ignore that, we got to see how we can bring the focus back there. Digital platforms, transformative technologies. There's no discussion without AI and so many other things. And how does India really shape that world? And you know, finally, I think, how do we transform the true bottom of the pyramid, the true power that needs to get, you know, India to its position to unlock its true potential by what we can do in education, healthcare, infrastructure, urbanization, governance, and many of these areas. So if one were to, in that context, look at what will India do, I think today's session, or this opening plenary, is really going to throw up a number of great ideas and a lot for many of us to work upon. So anyway, without any further ado, let me invite, you know, on stage to really create and discuss the new pathways for India, someone who actually needs no introduction. Not only has she been rise in media been as meteoric as India's rise, probably larger than that. Having known Shireen from the early days when we spoke as young Turks to discussing over the years journeys around Indiaspora and India at 75, now Viksit Bharat, India at 100. She is one person who has actually, been through this whole journey of India. And who better than her to really navigate a conversation that will align all of us towards really taking action towards a greater future for India. So over to you, Shireen Bhan, and your panel to be able to discuss new pathways for India. Thank you.